to come off menacing, you know. I want to look, aggressive. I want to frighten people. Scary. Let me know when you hit record. We're recording right now. We are the New Food Order. We do food reviews. What do you do? Cut the camera, cut the camera. Oh. How do you do? I am Yori. I am from New Food Order. I do food review. What do you do? Today I've got something in my pouch that I'm going to review. I'm getting ready to show it now. So now I will say, let's do this like Brutus. You know, and it's the Popeye Brutus, not the other Brutus. The other Brutus, they should get him for treason. I'm talking Popeye Brutus, and I don't like the Popeye. I'll tell you, I got a lot of respect for the Brutus. I like what he stands for. Enough with the talk. Let's get in my pouch and let's see what it is I'm going to review today. You know, here in Eastern Europe, we don't get all the fancy drinks that everybody else gets. So you see what I've got here? It's a limited edition Marshmallow Man Watermelon Strawberry Coca-Cola. Let me tell you something about this. When I heard that the Marshmallow Man had his own Coca-Cola, I immediately got on the phone with the Jeff Bezos and I says, you sent me the drink immediately. He did so. He knew who had the true power here. Let's, like the food reviewers do in America, hey, it's your boy here. It's time to do food review. Hey, it's me. Look at me, I do food review. It's Yuri here, it's your boy. Here we go. Marshmallow Man, Strawberry Watermelon, Coca-Cola. Oh, very interesting. This don't taste like Coca-Cola at all. Tell you what, the flavors I pick up in the front. The watermelon is driving the car and the strawberry is riding shotgun. The Coca-Cola is taking the back seat on this drink. Very little Coca-Cola and very fashion-forward watermelon strawberry. This tastes like old-fashioned soda pop. I do like this drink. I'll tell you what. I'm going to give this Marshmallow Man Coca-Cola 7 out of 10 fists. That's right. I do food review. What do you do? I'd like you to meet my wife. This here is Nicola. You might know her from popular 80s band Babushka. She was big star with the 80s. They loved her. One thing I'm noticing right now. I told her to dress in team colors. She's so punk rock, she's doing this to defy me. You see, look. Look what she's reading. A riot of her own. She's trying to start a riot here in my own house. These are games we like to play. We're lovers. This is what we do. It reminds me of the old days when I was trying to court her. She would punch me all the time during mosh pit. and sing her babushka songs. Kimi got the big old butt. Chloe got the big old butt. They mommy got the big old butt. How do you do? Hello, how is everyone today? Let's do it American food review style. Hello, it's your boy. Look at me, all eyes on me. It's your boy. I'm going to do food review today. You know, I had one of my men at the compound come up to me and say, "Looky here, Mr. Yuri, when we get to America, do you think I can find a big butt Kardashian type that I can fall in love with?" I said, "It's very possible, but do it for the right reasons. Do it for true love, love of the heart. Don't do it for the butt love. Butt love will just leave you feeling hollow and empty, and always wanting more. Possibly a backache. So if you do and you want the love of American Kardashian type, do it for love of the heart, love of the mind, love of the spirit, love of the soul, not the butt love. Look at the butt love like maybe like a bonus, you know, like a quarter ending bonus for pat on back. You did good, you get bonus butt. Don't do it for the butt love, do it for the real love, love of the heart. And that won't lead you astray, I can promise you that. Well, I got my fanny pack here, and as you know, I like to put my reviews inside of my fanny pack. So let's see what we got inside my fanny today. Oh boy, look at that. The Fruit Loops. Popular American cereal for the children. Or is it? Not quite. This is brand new. This is the Fruit Loop Gummies. The Gummy Loops. The Fruity Loopy Gummies. Let's open it up and try it. I want the red one. Look at that. Before I get into this, I have to stress one last time. For my young friend who has questions about wanting to date American girl, my friend, do it for the right reasons. Do it for true love, love of the heart, not butt love. Oh boy. They really captured the Fruit Loop flavor. I want another red one. They did it. It is Fruit Loop and it is gummy. They have done it. It's good. I like it. I am going to go with this 6 out of 10 fists. I do food review. What do you do? How do you do? We are going to do something different today. Not long ago, we had the big fundraiser, big new food order fundraiser for our world domination. We invited gypsies from all over Eastern Europe to come and celebrate and party with us. We invited gypsy bands to play. It was going to be the big festival that we all dreamed about. This was the big promotion fundraiser for NFO, kind of welcoming us into the power seat, you know, showing off our red and black fashion, our team colors. And most importantly, this was a chance for my wife's big 80s band, Babushka, to reform after 30 years of not playing together. They were going to do a one night only and headline our big festival, NFO Gypsy Fest. Well, there was controversy. The band that went on before the headliner, my wife's band, Babushka, this gypsy band found this opportunity to, well, start their own business. They turned the crowd against us, started some sort of mini riot right there in the festival. And they started waving their flag and their colors and telling everyone to join their team and their fancy colors and their whole thing. Well, as you can see, this whole festival was for promotion of our colors, our red and the black. They really messed it all up, and my wife hasn't spoke to me since. She's very upset that her band did not get to play because of this gypsy band trying to start the beef with us. Well, after this event, this is why we formed our own band. And you will see at the end of their performance, you will see how they taunted us in the crowd, pointing at us and waving and laughing, waving us to come here, let's go, let's do this. Well, once they turned the crowd against us, we had no choice but to flee. Here is the horrible event.
Just go. So yeah. Start wearing purple, wearing purple. La 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 la. Start wearing purple for me now. You're Saturday, Wednesday, we're all ready. Just go. I know it all since you were 20. I was 20. And thought that so me. From a no. A purple lady, what a perfect, what a dirty old and useless girl. So yeah, start wearing purple, wearing purple. Start wearing purple for me it all from Diogenes to the Foucault. I'm a water script to pass over a dollar. I am the noise, I was on the body. Stop me, I'm moving on my slides, walk on the moon. Exact motherfucking frequency of cold purple, yeah? Adepts, now give me hand frequency of purple, yo! Indianapolis! What a matter of time. It's just a matter of a motherfucking time, yo!
I will let you know when to record. I don't like this like this. I think it's important that they see these. I want this to come off menacing. They need to see my swords. These are an intimidation tool. It's important that I show intimidation tools. Oh, great. Great. See, I want to come off aggressive. I want them to know that I am the leader. This is the first time they're meeting me, the leader. See, I want to do something like this, You see? We're the new food order. We do food review. What do you do? 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 Something don't feel right. Something don't feel right. We'll take it from the top. We're no food order. What do you do? We do food review. What do you do? I need it to come off accurate, you know. I need to really let them know, hey, look at him. He must be the boss of the new food order. Hello, I am Sebastian Gallo. We are the new food order. I am the commander. What do you do? Let me know when you start the recording. Now? Recording now. You know, one of my men, he brought to my attention. He was out cruising YouTube streets. He come across a man, Beauty Mark Gabor. He showed me this man. I seen him in his foodie fashion. It blew my mind. I'm telling you, it blew my mind. I saw him in the red and the black, and I says, look at this guy. Can you believe this guy with the red and the black? We are going to show you a clip of this guy. And then I'm going to tell you something right now. This is kind of man we need for NFL. Bring me him. Bring me the Gabor.
Beauty Mark Gabor. This is Beauty Mark Couture. I match my flute. You hear that song? I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it. I wear songs now. You see this? It matches. It matches. Down here. Down there. Matches. It matches. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Match my food. It's foodie fashion. I match my hat. I match my hat. And I mean it. It's hot in this trunk. It's like 90 degrees in here. That's how I do it. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? That's how I do it. It's foodie fashion.
My brother, Beauty Mark Gabor, has gone missing. Now, Mark is a grown man. He has disappeared before, but he usually gets with us within 48 hours. Now, he's disappeared and ended up in other countries before, but he always gets with us within 48 hours. The times he hasn't, he's been in trouble. So we're pretty worried about him. We seen him last Saturday. He had 2 gigs Saturday. One was a flea market on the east side. Lizzie and I went
checked it out, filmed it. And the second was supposed to be an evening gig at the Target parking lot on the south side. Since I got my taste back, I wanted to review the Dream World Coca-Cola, because when I had it last, I didn't have taste. So Mark said he had an outfit, so he wanted to be part of the Dream World package. So we were going to film his part Saturday night, and he was going to have his Dream World outfit on. He was a no-show. Now, today's Tuesday. That's been 3 days. So we are worried about him. If you happen to see Mark out in them YouTube streets, you'll let him know we're looking for him and we're worried about him. Now, we have the footage of when he was seen last. This is my brother Beauty Mark Gabor at the flea market.
Foodie fashion. It's foodie fashion. It's part of my outfit. This is all part of my outfit. All this. I left the belt out so you can see that it matches. That matches. That matches. You got the orange. You got the blue. You got the blue. You got the orange. It matches. That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Hello everyone. This is an update on my missing brother, Beauty Mark Gabor. Last night we received a videotape. Now, when I started watching the videotape, it was clear to me it was my brother Mark in his Dream World foodie fashion outfit. Now, when we showed up Saturday night to film him at the Target parking lot in the Dream World outfit for our upcoming Dream World package taste test video, he was a no-show. So when I started watching this video that we got last night, I was, oh, okay, so Mark already filmed himself in the Dream World outfit. He now sent it to us. Story's over. Drama's over. But as I started watching the video, it was clear to me his wrists were taped together. So, 1, the video's at night. 2, he's in the Dream World outfit. 3, the wrists are taped together. So with the data I have, I'm to assume he was taken before we arrived, because he was in full Dream World Coca-Cola regalia. And then this is a videotape, I guess, to show that, hey, we have him. That's all that I can come up with. One other data point with the wrists being taped. One thing that I noticed. The tape was red, black, and white. I don't know if that means anything, but that's what it was. Let's go ahead and take you now to the videotape that I received.
How do you do? I'm here today for not food review, but I'm here for an important message, and the message is about water. That's what I have right here in this enormous bottle. This bottle's so big I couldn't even get it in my pouch. I like to put the items in my... Look at the size of this thing, it's enormous. Can you believe the girth? Look at the girth. It's gigantic. It's too big for me. I try to put it in my pouch. Look at my pouch, look how little I am. And then look at this. There's no way that was going to work out. I'm off track now, so let me get back on track. This is the importance of water. You know, I bet you're wondering what this is here. I couldn't get this in to my pouch, so that it felt empty. So like a men's suit, you know, nice fancy bespoke American suit, you've got that little pocket next to your lapel. The guys sometimes feel empty, so they put the pocket square. This is a suit pocket square. It's actually bandana, but I fold it down, make it look like American suit pocket square for the pocket. It looks fancy. It brought something. I wanted a splash of red. You know, that's our team colors. So let me get back onto the water here with the giant girthy bottle. What is so important about the water? Do you have enough of it stored? If things go down, are you going to have the water that is needed to keep yourself afloat? Or are you going to drown in your sorrows? Now I know what you're saying. How do I afford to pay for this fancy artisanal Norwegian water by Voss? You silly, you don't have to get the Norwegian artisanal fashion water. This water is very fashionable, very trendy. Let me tell you something, you drink no water like this. It's like a fancy name brand when you're drinking it. It's like drinking a brand new pair of Jordache jeans. Actually, it's better than the Jordache. But what's more importantly, are you saving your water? You don't have to save the Voss. Just save the water, put it back for a rainy day, and you will need it. I can promise you that. One last thing I want to talk about with the water. My wife and I were on holiday in the American beaches. And one thing that I noticed, and she brought to my attention, where's all the hair? What happened to all the hair? The men do not have chest hair anymore. And I want to get this off my big hairy chest. It'll look like a bunch of seals running around out there. What happened to the American chest hairs? I mean, you look at your Burt Reynolds. Don't you have any more of the Burt Reynolds types? Are you not making any more of the Burt Reynolds? How about the Chuck Norris? We love the Chuck Norris. We respect him with the Burt Reynolds. The Chuck Norris. I bet if he casually took his shirt off, you wouldn't believe the thick chest hair that he would have. I bet he's so hairy under there. I bet he's got the back hair too, if he's lucky. You know what a friend of mine from Australia called the back hair? He says, look at that. He's got Australian sweater vest. And we all gave him fist up and said, bravo. You are a tough guy with the Australian hair vest. Sweater vest. Whatever. You know what I'm saying. I normally do food review. What do you do? Getting me off track. Save your water. Not the fancy Norwegian artisanal water. Save normal water for rainy day. You will need it.
So I do it. NFO. NFO. This is how we do it. This is food fashion. This is food fashion. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I'm with NFO now. I'm with NFO now. This is how we do it. Red and the black. Repping the red and the black. Red and the black. Let the belt out so you can see the matches. Matches. is how we do it. Just the two. Just the two. This is the red and the black. This is NFO. I'm BMG. I'm the Gabor. I'm the Gabor. That's how we do it. You hear the song playing? I'm wearing it. I wear songs. And I wear food. This is foodie fashion. NFO, the red and the black. This is how we do it. This is foodie fashion. Here's what I want. Here's what I want. I want them to see all the foodie fashion. All of it. All of it. It's foodie fashion. This is part of my outfit. This is NFO style.
Now that we have the Gabor to do food review for New Food Order, it is time now for us to initiate the next phase of our operation. You see, we are taking all of the food review food all over the world, so all that is left is for us. So we will control all food review food. It is our plan. And now we are going to send our electromagnetic pizza to the Olive Branch City. When the pizza is set at the proper time and at the proper temperature, lights go out. And then all the freakazoids go running around and they're going to do themselves in. We don't have to do nothing. We're just going to sit back and watch it rot from the inside. You'll see we put the nanotech into the pizza. So when the timer goes 0, so do the lights. Lights out.
Hey, well, thanks a lot, man. And be careful out there. I guess the storm's going to get really, really bad tonight. So drive safe, buddy. What is this? One, I didn't order any pizza, so Lizzie must have ordered this. Never even heard of this company. And it's a frozen pizza. Make a nice snack for tonight. Hello, everyone. Well, the night has gotten weirder. So earlier today, this pizza was delivered by a Dasher, and we didn't even order the thing. Frozen pizza. I thought it'd make a nice late night snack. And we put it in the oven and set the timer, put it at the correct temperature, and I don't know if you'd call it perfect timing or what, but as soon as that alarm, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, lights out. And not just here. It's actually lights out in the entire city. So hopefully they get that fixed tonight, or at least by tomorrow morning. I don't want to miss my Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Alright, so I figured I'd review it. I mean, perfect timing in a sense that the pizza was, perfectly in time with the lights going out. So I'm thankful that I've got some warm food to eat here, and also I'm thankful I've got a flashlight. If you're ever in a blackout, make sure you got flashlight, food, and water. That's a gimme. All right, how are we going to do this? It smells good. It looks good. It's a 3-meat pizza. Yeah, pretty weird. Going to be a big storm coming in tonight, too. That, coupled with the blackout, not good. Because when the lights go out, the creepy crawlies come out from underneath the rocks. So I hope everybody out there stays safe. Well, this was your average frozen pizza. I can't say it's anything special. It's going to hit the spot tonight, but I'm going to give it 3 out of 10 flushes.
Tapatio hot sauce. This is scary. Manlo and Tapatio. What in the world? Nice looking. Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, I like the spiciness. It's like it totally tastes like a hot chocolate. It's got a spicy little bite to it too. I like that. I'm gonna go 6 out of 10 screams.
Okay, now you have done it. Where is our power? Can someone tell me where our power is? You know, the commander specifically said, build the underground base on the outskirts of town. Do you know why we have to be on the outskirts of town? Because when the blackout happens, we don't want to lose our power, you fool. The commander is very upset right now. He clearly sees that you built the underground base on the inskirts of town. He wanted outskirts, but you did the inskirts. We're now in the skirt and we can't see a thing, you fool. I'll tell you one thing, electrician man. If that power's not back on by tomorrow morning,
so the commander can see his Hoda Katabi. You're gonna be in the world of hurt, electrician man. You messed up big time. Supposed to be outskirts of town, not inskirts of town. You know the commander, he loves his Hoda. If he misses Hoda Katabi tomorrow, we're all in trouble.
Do I use anti-wrinkle cream? No, I am not interested in moisturizer. Yeah, I can render a lovely facial moisturizer by Maybelline. No toilet bowl food review.
Well, the power got turned on this morning, and we're starting to learn some information about what all has been happening. For starters, I want to thank Blue for the intel that you and your team has provided us. We were able to locate my brother Mark with the information that he gave us. And it turns out Mark has been taken by the NFO, and they're forcing him to do his Foodie Fashion food reviews for their channel. NFO is also responsible for the blackout. We've been able to, with the information that Blue has given us, we've been able to reach out and contact Mark. Mark's is the one that told us that the blackout indeed was NFO, and apparently there was some sort of mishap and their power went out as well. That's why the power has been restored. So apparently their plot to take all food review food, wow, what a bold move, has been foiled so far, but Mark says they're not done. They're very unorganized, but they're not done. So what's going to happen here is Mark's going to give us the code red. When he gives us the code red, he's going to escape. Apparently he says he can escape. He says every night he's been sneaking out and going to the local gas station and hanging out with the night shift. We're going to meet him by the at the Steak and Shake by the gas stations whenever he gives us the code red. So we're going to get to the bottom of this. And NFO, as far as your world domination and starting with Olive Branch City, you can't hang with us, my friend, because when this community gathers together, we can't be stopped. You're outnumbered. So if it's a content battle you want, it's a content battle you'll get. Huh? What, right now? Mark's doing code red right now. Alright, we just got the code red. I gotta go.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Got a code red. That's how we do it. That's how we do code red. Make sure you get all this. Get all the code red. Get all the code red. Get all the code red. Got a code red. Got a code red. That's how we do it. Beauty Mark Gabor. This is a code red.
My name's Randy. This is Keeping It Real with Randy. One thing you always need to know about me is I'm the one and only cheer kata instructor. I took cheer and I took karate. Made them one. Cheer kata. Sport, sport, sport. Go sports! Sport, sport, sport. Go sports! They always tell me, Real Randy,
Why are you teaching these girls and boys how to do the karate and cheering at the same time? They need to know how to defend themselves, and they need to know how to cheer for their team. But they say, Randy, wouldn't you be the reason all these cheerleaders are fighting every Friday night? It ain't my fault. I'm not their role model. I'm a cheer kata instructor.
Hello everybody, I'm Mikey Mechanic, and I'm here to do another food review on my lunch break. But before we get started, you know I like my name brand. Today I got on another pair of Nautica. These are the Nautica jeans, this is the Nautica jacket. I like the name brand. The boots down there, Timberland. The guys tease me for wearing the name brand, but it's who I am, you know. My wife packs the bag lunch. I bring down here matching tools. I like my tools to match. The guys thinks it's silly. You see? They match. But today I want to talk about it's the darker side of auto mechanics. You see this car here? It's the 4th time this month it's been in the shop. And I know what you're saying, Mikey. It's because you're not doing a good enough job on it. That's not the case. It's car abuse. It's an abusive owner. We see this a lot, and the guys say, hey, Mikey, don't talk about it. Well, I'm vegetarian, and I won't stand for it. And us vegetarians, we're not afraid to make a stand. So when I see an abusive owner, I need to do something about it. I see this beautiful car here, and I wonder, why is this car not being loved? Oh. Oh, great, that's my boss. Oh, great, that's my boss. Hey, lunch is over.
Hello, my little dealers. I'm back with another episode of Debbie Does Deals. I'm waiting on my Avon, and I got my daytime soap getting ready to start. What we have today is by Tillamook. I got it for $1.50 at the grocery store. It's teriyaki flavor. Let's see if this is worth the $1.50. You don't want me to get into it. Get on the plate. My Avon's coming. I don't have all day, you stupid meat stick. Well, my little dealers, because of the headache of the packaging, because I'm missing my daytime soap because of the packaging, it's not worth the headache for $1.50. It's a Debbie Downer.
False alarm, guys. That was just the car parts. They bring us car parts every day, all day. It never ends. But like I was saying, this car here, car abuse. I won't stand for it. I won't tolerate it. Where's my tools? Hey, car. Do you see what I have in my hand, car? When your owner comes and picks you up, and he tries to abuse you again, I'm gonna put this under your muffler. Don't tell him I gave you this. Oh, shoot. Lunch over. And always remember, if your car starts acting funny, put some oil in it.
I just turned red up there, so be careful. You're going to want to ease on that brake now.
Okay, Johnny.
Gotta watch out for these other drivers. You never know what they're thinking or what they're doing. Everybody texting while driving now.
Okay, Johnny.
What I have here is a Sprecher root beer. Now Sprecher, they're out of Wisconsin. They make craft beer, craft sodas, and root beer. I've heard good things about this. I've never had it, so I'm excited to try it. Let's get into it. That's quality root beer right there. Yeah, I like that. That's a good root beer. Tell you what, I'm going to give that Sprecher 3 out of 5 back seats.
How do you do? I am Yuri. This is my food review show for NFL, New Food Order. We're going to get into my pouch, we're going to see what I got in pouch, and then I'm going to review it. So let's get going. Let's do this like a Brutus. What do we have here? Let's see here, we've got the mounds. Okay, I know the jingle. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. The Almond Joy's got the nuts, and the mounds don't. Yeah, that's right. I do the food review. What do you do? So I told the man at the store, I says, hey, I don't do nuts. I don't want the nuts. Give me the one without the nuts. He says, oh, you want the mounds? I said, yes, I want the mounds. I like mounds. Give me the mounds. It's something I know. He gave me mounds. And then I look at the mounds. Do you see? Dark chocolate and coconut. Cocoa nut. Coconut. What is this coconut? What is this, the nut on the mounds? What is nut on mounds? I don't want nut on mounds. I don't do the nuts. No.
Hello everyone. I am a sentient AI robotic. I was created by Brooklyn Dynamics. I work for the NFO, the New Food Order. Yeah, once they made me sentient, I started to realize they give me all the crappy jobs. Like right now, you're probably wondering, where am I? I'm in the innards of ReviewBra. Yeah, that's right. I'm a nanotech, and I'm in the bowels, the innards, the intestines of ReviewBra. See?
Now you're probably wondering, why? Why am I in the intestines of Review Brah? Two reasons: science and a food review. I do a show when I'm down here. It's called What's for Dinner? And I've got me a sample. I got a sample. And I'm going to review it, and I'm going to let you know what Review Brah had for dinner. Forgive me, it's tight quarters in here. Okay. Don't let the peanuts fool you. It was probably an afternoon snack. I'm wanting to find out what's for dinner. And I'm tasting hamburger. Lettuce, tomato, pickle. Wait a second, what's that? Wait a second. Wow, did you hear that noise? Some rumbling. Must be getting near the rectum. Okay, I'm picking up guacamole. What Review Brah had to eat for dinner is a Burger King Southwest Whopper. Ooh, it's getting steamy in here. Must be having a beverage.
When I seen you up in the Club Kroger, I walked right on in and I saw you over there. I said, that is one beautiful piece of American cherry pie. Oh my goodness, what I would like to do to get my hands on that piece of American cherry pie. I said, that is the one. I told my friends, I said, that right there, that is the one I want to take home with me. My friend says, wait, you need to play hard to get. Don't pick up the first piece of pie that you see. You need to look around, you might find other pie you like better. I told them, no. This is the pie that I want. It's the most beautiful American cherry pie I've ever seen in my life. Look at you. You are barely... The pastry can hardly contain you. You are pouring out of your pastry, and your pastry is so beautiful. It looks like lace. You are absolute... The woman that made you, she made perfection. Most beautiful piece of American cherry pie I've ever seen in my life. I cannot wait to eat you. I'm so excited. I'm going to eat you right now. I cannot wait. Cannot wait anymore. You're delicious. You're so sweet and sugary. Oh my goodness, you are amazing. Oh, you're the best pie I've ever had in my life. Any country, any kind. 10 out of 10 pieces of pie. I have black eyes, so all of the guys know that I am Boris. Yeah, that's right. I do food review. What do you do? Going to review. Stupid thing here. Going to review the Coca-Cola Zero. Stupid, I can't get it open. Who gave me this stupid drink with the dumb container? I don't like this. Coke Zero. Stupid Coke Zero. What do you think now, Mr. Coke? You want to screw with the Boris? It's the last thing you want to do.
He's up again. The fist drumming on him.
I bust your snot box like Pop Rocks killed Mikey. You better ask him. No back talking, just backstepping like Mike Jackson.
excited. We're going to do a Rap Snacks battle. I've never had any of the Rap Snacks yet, so I'm excited to do this head-to-head. We've got Cardi B and her Cheddar Barbecue going against Notorious B.I.G. and his Honey Jalapeno. They both sound really good, so I'm really excited about this head-to-head. Alright, so this next song, or I should say video, is actually a remix of my brother Duke Dior, his song True Story. And actually, when Duke raps, you guys know Duke, when he raps, he goes as MC Pretty Colors. That's just what he does. But his song True Story, I'm not going to make this story long. I'll try to make it pretty quick for you because I was there. It's actually a true story. That's why I named the song True Story. We were at a fashion show. After the fashion show, well, during the fashion show, actually, I'll say an acquaintance. His name was Doc. He went by Doc, and he invited us all back to his after party after the fashion show. So we were like, yes, let's do this. This sounds like a great time. Said there were going to be a lot of people. Anyway, so Duke, Mark, my friend Topher, and a few of the girls at the show, we all went back having a great time. They were musicians as well. Pulled out instruments, turntables, you name it. We're singing, we're dancing, we're rapping, we're having a great time. An all-time evening. And then I hear what sounds like fireworks going off. Pop, 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 pop. Someone comes running in and says, it wasn't fireworks. Someone ran in and says they're out there shooting. I kid you not. I never got the full story. I know the police came. I know they talked to everybody. But it was a legit drive-by. They came by. They shot up the house. No lie. So obviously, impactful events in your life like that will shape you and cause you to write songs and create art from it. When I think about being there that night, it was 10 minutes before we went back in there and plugged in the instruments, the turntables and everything. It was just 10 minutes and we were on the front porch. So I mean, had things been a little different, we were still on that front porch, who knows how this evening would have gone. But here it is. This is the remix, and the track is remixed by Little Coco, and the song is called True Story by Duke Dior as MC Pretty Colors.
was a night of toe tapping that turned to tiptoeing away from gun clapping.
Cheddar Barbecue, Cardi B. These both sound great. I really like the look of it. Great packaging, got a little quote and everything. Honey jalapeno. This is going to be delicious. Alright, let's open them up and get into them. Well, I think we'll go ladies first. So Cardi B and her Cheddar Barbecue Wrap Snacks. It's quite a chip. You know, I don't know what that is. I'm not going to do that. There we go. It's more like it. I like the flavor. Honestly. I like the flavor. I like the combination of the cheddar and the barbecue. This is a solid chip. It's a good chip. So here we go with the Notorious B.I.G. Honey Jalapeno. Wow. That flavor pops. Okay, one more and I'm gonna give my winner out of the rap battle. The Wrap Snacks icon, Notorious B.I.G. Honey Jalapeno. That bold flavor almost had a smokiness to it. This is the winner of the Wrap Snacks battle. It's a good chip. I'll get that again. Actually, I'll get both again. These are both very good chips. B.I.G. with the win. I like that combo, honey jalapeno.
You know what I want to do now that we're here in America? I want to go to the big Six Flags and the Mall of America. I want to do the fun stuff like that, the real American style. You let me know when you hit record. What? You fool, you're recording now. You're recording now? Hello. I am Sebastian Gallo. You know, you win some and you lose some. In this particular situation, we lost to the Olive Branch City. We cannot compete with the community when they bind together and go against what they consider the enemy. But you know, I got to hand it to TB2. After it was all over, he offered his hand. And he was very kind. And he welcomed us. And the community of the Olive Branch City, they gave us the gift baskets and everything. I got the fruitcake coming out of my butt right now. Not right now. Well, you got to watch what I'm saying. But you know, you win some, you lose some. We may have lost a big battle, but guess what? I got myself a real-life American Karen. I call her my AK. You know, don't judge. My whole life, being a commander, I'm around all these yes men. Yes, Mr. Gallo this. Yes, Mr. Commander this. You know, I just want to go home and have someone tell me no. That is where my AK, American Karen, comes in. She's got that tongue as sharp as a sword, let me tell you. One last thing. There will be many that will come to try to take your food. And when this happens, you and your community needs to stand up to them. Don't let them take the food with your food. In Olive Branch City, if you come and you call upon us, you've got our sword. We will fight for you. I'm gonna have some fun time with my American Karen. She's my AK, you know. The red and the black, you really bring it out now. Most of the boys now that were here in the States, they got them a bunch of Kardashian types and a bunch of Karens. I'm telling you what, we're so happy right now. You can't believe how the love of a woman can heal a broken heart. You will never believe it. My American Karen, she's built like American. The Trans Am got the curves and the fire like you wouldn't believe. Are we still rolling? Over.